to evict you, but she didn't because the house was keeping you. She wanted Zach in this house.
She being Lauren.
At least that's what I heard. And if I hear stuff like that, that means it was said somewhere. She struggled to use the veto on you. And regretted because Riley went home, which means she would have rather you stay up there and work on the votes than save your life. She went down to the wire. You always questioned why me and her never could work together. I tried multiple times. She has seen how close we are, and she is trying so hard to separate us, Vince. And you refuse to see it. I don't know why. I don't know why you don't see it, Vince. If I was protecting her at all costs, I wouldn't have evicted Riley and then got Catherine out, her best friend. She had nowhere to go but to you. I didn't know if she was going to go to me. Those moves weren't for her. Exactly. That's why I'm not making decisions for her. That is not a fair argument. That's not a fair argument. But I make decisions for us. I'm not making anything for her. That Catherine move was for the Alliance. Exactly. So why would I turn my back on that? I don't know if you are, but if why would you even see that? Because, again, you chose Lauren over the Alliance. Okay, so I'm going to give up Rachel, Will.
So right now, Vince and Morgan are arguing about whether or not Vince is choosing Lauren over the Alliance. That's what we're seeing right now.
Jury votes. I still have you, Ashley, and me in here, and I'm going to throw away 5 people for one girl to carry me where? To go where? That's my question. How far? Where is she going to do? That's my question, Vince. That's why it's illogical. I wouldn't do that. Okay, but here's the thing. You not putting up Lauren is showing that your weakness is Lauren. Because Ava can be beat in competitions. It is a pointless nominee for her to go up there. Compared to Lauren. And if Lauren breaks your trust and uses the veto, even though she promises she won't, she's never lied to you, which is bullshit. She's lied to you multiple times. You just don't want to believe it. She's never looked me in the eye and told me something and then gone back on it. How about me during her HOH? That's a perfect one. Case in point. Next. You will be forced to put up Ashley. And even though Ashley will stay, when that tape gets to the jury house, you're banking your game on trusting Lauren. I don't understand what she told you in that conversation. And to be honest, what really kills me is that you essentially confirmed to her that I'm the one who pitched her. How? How did I confirm that? Because I asked you, I said, did she ask if I had pitched her? And you said, well, she would already know. She knows that Kiana wants her up. She knows that everybody would, aside from her 2 friends. I tried to explain it in a way that made sense as a olive branch to work with people because we can make sure that our goal gets accomplished. And what is your guys' goal? Get Keanu out. Okay, and then what? I don't know. I'm trying to think one eviction at a time. And then she has you're a super fan, you're not thinking about one eviction at a time. I know. So then why would you say that you're thinking about one eviction at a time?
Yeah, here's the thing, Vince. You should have said Instead of saying, "Oh, I don't know," you should have said, "Get Kelly out." That's your easy answer. First, he said, okay, he was smart to say, okay, we get Keanu out. Okay, you were smart to say that. So then you're gonna say, get Kelly out. That's your easy answer.
Time, because when it comes to this nomination, it's one eviction at a time, because that's going to get us to the next phase. And if Kiana goes, and she was creating an olive branch with you and Ashley. Guess what? She didn't. So what is this? What are we talking about? Okay, cool. You guys want to get Keanu out. If that doesn't work this week, she's still here. She's still coming after me. And you can't compete next week. So what is the conversation? You're saying that you're protecting me. How? For 1 week? Thank you. Truly. But what the fuck about next week? I didn't tell you to send her home. She needed to touch the block to fight for her life, so she potentially wouldn't use the veto to then fuck you over. The hardest part about this entire thing is that we spend more time now trying to get on the same page because you continue to go back on it. And I'm trying to fight for this duo so hard, Vince. And it seems like you guys just have the greatest time in the world. Like, there's no issue, there's no nothing. Why am I fighting so hard for this and you're not? I am. I'm just torn in the middle because I don't know. I just Howard. See, that's my answer. That's not your answer. No, that's my answer. No, it's not. You can't see what would be difficult about that decision at all. In my eyes, when you and Zach were on the block, I was choosing between my number one and my number two. It was the easiest decision I had to make, even though I was bawling my eyes out because I didn't want to have to make a decision. I know. But if it comes to that, and if it was you and Lauren on the block, I keep you every time. That's the same situation. Cool. You know that.
I just thought of something. Zach and Lauren were number ones, but Lauren and Vince were also number ones. Oh wait, no. Lauren and Vince is number twos, but Vince and Morgan are number ones, and Morgan and Zach are number twos. So there's so many things going on there.
That's like if Zach was coming after me. But that's not. What do you do in that scenario? That's a perfect example. What do you do in that scenario? That's not what we're talking about, though. You're talking about a situation right now where you are continuously choosing her over me, and I'm just supposed to stay loyal like a little puppy at the end of the bed? No, what? Why would you even use that reference? No. I'm trying to. That.
It's not just the reference, but it's how she said the reference. She said a little puppy under the bed, and then just let the sentence just end right there. I feel like she knew she said something wild.
It's like I'm blatantly disrespecting you if you think of it that way. Vince, on the hammock. I would never view. On the hammock, we literally talked out everything. You told me how me even hanging out with Keanu, even though it was for a game, trying to make sure that I was making sure our asses were covered the following week for potential HOH. Game talk strictly. Him and I never talk personal. I was doing that and you vocalized how that bothered you. And I had vocalized how hanging out and doing all that stuff and all the extra stuff was bothering you. Do you know what that feels like? To have that conversation with you and have you look me in my eyes and promise me that you're going to change that and be more mindful for you to continue to do it? When I believed you so hard the first time? I don't know what I'm continuing to do other than not target Lauren. always tell each other everything. I know. And you never share anything about your conversations. Yes, I do. Not with Lauren. And you went into the nomination not talking to me prior, just to make sure that I knew. Even though I knew what you were going to do. Well, I saw you give me a look outside. I kept trying. I was looking at you half the conversation. Yeah, because you were there for a long time. And I was like, well, it's working. Her little charm is working. And I'm not going to go over there. Because you're a grown-ass man. And you're going to make your decision. But I knew that you weren't going to put her up. And I knew that she meant more to you than anybody else. Because Kelly tried twice to talk to you. Ashley wanted to talk to you. And you were more concerned about talking to Lauren. Because I thought I was getting somewhere with her. Well, Vince, I don't understand why you feel like you have to hold her hand and walk her to the block for her. And sit her down and give her a blankie and a bottle. And pat her back while she's drinking the milk. I don't understand. This is a game. You came here to win this game. So I don't understand. I came here to win, and I need every vote to either keep me here or in jury. And if after everything she did to help my personal game, I put her up, say, sorry, tough shit, it's a game, and then she goes home on mine. Who said she was going home? If she sat next to Ava, she would have. I don't know if she would have. That's what you were originally telling me. No, I told you that I would consider keeping her for you. You said the only scenario where she goes is against Ava. I said potential scenario because I know where Ashley's vote is. I don't know where other people's votes are.
Doomsday, this gon' be your doomsday. You ain't doing nothing today, so cancel all your plans, cause this will be your doomsday.